Adaptive series. Career disruption.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to episode 4 of Career Disruption podcast from Adaptivity, Adaptive series. As usual, you're here with Mint, but for the first time in English. Yay!
Yay!
Since we have two very special guests, adaptive talents, on our show today. I'm pretty sure that most of our listeners are working from the comfort of their home right now, and that makes the business of our adaptive talents more relevant and important than ever. We will be discussing about personal fitness industries. The first adaptive talent joining me is Jack Thomas, the founder and CEO of PAGEEE. Hi, Jack.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mint.
Thank you for being here. And also with me is Christiana Mikesch, founder of Quarantine Tribe. Hi, Christiana.
Hello. Thanks so
Hello.
much.
Glad to have both of you with us today. Well, let's first start off with a little introduction. So, Jack, would you mind telling more about yourself and PAGEEE?
Sure, my name is Jack Thomas. I'm from Bristol in the UK, but I've lived in Bangkok for just over 15 years now. Can't believe how quickly that has flown by. So I've done a few different things since I've been here. Did the usual English teaching thing for a while. Before that, I was traveling, backpacking around Thailand. Then set up a clothing export business, which I ran for about 7 years. But then due to numerous factors such as the global economic crisis, 2008, 2009, the pound being devalued so much and me kind of losing motivation, I was really looking for a different industry. So I got into the fitness industry about 9 years ago now. Before really there was such a thing as boutique fitness. There was California Wow, if any of the listeners remember that. That was pretty much the only chain gym. So very early stages in the industry. Brand new coach, went back to the UK to get my qualifications. Very fresh into the industry, started working for a small studio, which became a bigger studio called The Lab. And in that time that I was working at The Lab, I went from coach to fitness manager to managing director. Had a great time there, still good friends with all of the guys at The Lab. Then 4 years ago, I left to set up PAGEEE, which we've been running for 4 years. So since then, we've grown from 1 to 3 locations in central Bangkok. We are looking at international expansion, but I guess for the time being, that's been put on hold, of course. And since then, I started the Fitness Business Asia podcast. So I am a fellow podcaster like yourself, Mint. That podcast was set up with the intention of raising the standards of the fitness industry in Asia. So we're coming up to 100 episodes now. We regularly rank in the top 10 entrepreneurship podcasts in Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong. So we've got quite a wide listenership now. And I think we've taken some strong steps to helping the fitness industry in Asia improve.
All right, that is quite some profile there.
Thank you.
All right, so, Christiana, so how about you? What are you up to?
Oh, my profile is gonna look so small in comparison.
Don't worry.
Well, I'm Christiana Mikesch. Hello, everyone. I came to Bangkok 5 years ago, started similar, backpacking around, loving the weather, loving the food and everything. And so I decided to stay, basically. And in the beginning, I was a model. I was modeling around. And one day, I just asked myself, basically, I wanted to know how to lose weight. And I started studying about weight loss and got into the fitness industry, basically like that. And yeah, I started working as a personal trainer at a gym, doing group classes, and then evolved into freelance training. And I was doing that for a year until COVID happened. And then 6-7 weeks ago, out of frustration, because I did not find the motivation. I was at home. I was sitting at home watching Netflix, binge eating, binge snacking, having my wine every night, and I did not have the motivation to get off the couch and actually do any kind of exercise or eat healthy whatsoever. So I reached out to a group of girls on Facebook and I was like, hey, I'm a certified personal trainer, but I'm so unmotivated. I need some help. Does anyone want to work out with me? Together, as much as together works in this case, right? And the response was absolutely amazing. I got so much feedback from the girls, and that's how the Quarantine Tribe started. Basically, a bunch of girls needing to work out together. Yeah, and since then we've been growing quite quickly, actually, which is pretty amazing.
That is great. Just to make it clear, so Jack, basically PAGEEE is a fitness gym, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We have personal training and group class on offer. The business is pretty much a 50-50 split. And then conceptually, we offer a mix of cardio and HIIT training with strength training. And we've developed some technology that helps to track our clients' results as they go through the group class. So we're in the process of developing that. That's kind of a big part of our USP at Base. It's currently being developed solely by us. But again, that's kind of been put on hold for now until things somewhat resume.
Cool. So, going back to you for a second, Christiana. So, I think Quarantine Tribe is a little bit different, right? From my understanding, it's a Facebook group, or can you expand on this a little bit on what is Quarantine Tribe?
As it started out and what it is right now, it started out as basically like a community of girls who wanted to work out together, but because everyone shared it with their friends and their family, and we were able to basically grow by 1,000 members every single week since we started. And it basically evolved into a kind of sort of like virtual gym where everyone basically shares their passion. But we have different categories. We have everything from yoga to fitness to life coaching. We have therapists in the team. We have sound baths, it goes into the physical and holistic kind of things as well.
Okay, perfect. I see that there are also things about nutrition and how to cook healthy food and well-being
we have
stuff.
That too.
So, back on our topic. So as of now that everyone knows that everything is being shut down due to coronavirus, COVID-19 situation. So how has the situation been affecting both of you so far right now?
So we have a business with 45, 50 staff. So of course that was the first consideration is looking after the staff, trying to consider how long this will go on for, and really making sure that we could not only look after our staff, that was really our number one priority, but also continue to serve our members at this time as well. We could see quite quickly that it wasn't going to be resolved in the 12 days that were required to be closed. We could see that it was probably going to go on for a few months at least. So we just kind of kicked into gear to make sure that the team were okay financially and mentally and in every other way, making sure that they were in a good place in terms of everything that was going on with them. And then also then looking at the clients and how we can continue to keep them fit, keep them strong, keep them healthy during a time when they wouldn't have a gym. So we kind of kicked into gear quite quickly. We started offering online digital options. First was just one-to-one personal training. We'd been thinking about offering that for a while as a proper package at Base, but we just hadn't quite got round to it. And I think pretty much everyone in every industry has just accelerated their offerings towards digital in the last few months. And that was certainly true of us. So something that had taken us months to really move anywhere with, we suddenly had up and running in a few days. And then we started working on an online training platform. That took us about 2 weeks to launch, but we didn't just want to quickly throw up some workouts just on Facebook Live or anything like that. We wanted to kind of make sure it had quite a professional look and feel. And we wanted to charge for that as well. We wanted to deliver a higher standard of service and charge for that so that we could really be there for our clients. We could reach out to them. We could call them. We'd give them a lot more value. So it took us a few weeks to get that up and running. When we could launch that, we were quite happy that it was a good, strong, solid platform that really could help members get through this time. So since then, we've had quite a few people sign up. We've been happy with the uptake. It's helped the business financially. It's helped our coaches earn money. And importantly, it's helped, our clients stay fit and strong as well. And, like Christiana's group, it's sort of community feel is a big, big part of it. So it really helps to connect people from all over the world, which has been cool. Some of our old clients who've moved abroad have joined in. Some people have invited their friends or their brothers, sisters from other countries to join the platform. So it's been really cool to kind of not only keep people fit and strong, but also keep people connected as well, which I think is especially important right now.
That's great to hear. So how's the feedback so far compared to when business are running as usual?
I mean, it's of course a very different experience to coming into Base. I think everyone realizes that it's not going to quite compete with the in-person experience in our studios. So we priced it lower. The personal training is priced lower than our normal offering. And the platform is significantly lower than we would charge for coming into Base. So I don't think people have really been comparing it like for like. I think they realize it's not going to quite be the same. The feedback has been excellent, actually, because the quality of the videos is good. The coaches are there that they know and they love. And they're kind of, bringing their personality through on the camera. I think that's really helped sort of get members motivated because they know these coaches. Now, of course, there's millions of options online that are free. You can jump onto YouTube and get workouts for free straight away. Some of them are good. Tons of Facebook Lives and Instagram Lives. But our clients know our coaches. Our coaches know our members. So it's really enabled us to provide that connection that they can't get with, say, Freeletics, like a free app that's offered. So I think they've just been really happy to stay connected with the coaches and to base itself, to stay connected with the community as well, and just to sort of be motivated to train at home. Like Christiana said, I think that is the difficult thing that everyone's going through, just struggling to, in their front room, get a session in. So however anyone can help them do that, that is great. So feedback's been good. We've been happy with it. And, I see this going on for at least a few more weeks. So we're still looking to develop the platform as much as we can and continue to serve our members.
I can see that you are coming from a business perspective because you own the base, right? And like that's the business. So it needs to be up and running, and there needs to be a way for you to transition from offline to online. And you touched a little bit about the mobile applications like Freeletics, which we'll get there a bit later as well. But for now, back to you, Christiana. Like for you who started Quarantine Tribe, you mentioned that it started off as like a fun project, if I hear it correctly, as in like you and like some group of friends would like to exercise and share it with people. So can you share with us like how exactly did you started this? And like for now, like I think you grow to like 3,000 people in the group, is that correct?
To be honest with you, I'm not really sure. No, but like one day, there is a group on Facebook which is called Farang Girls Bangkok, which is basically all the Western, like all the Westerners or Western girls in Bangkok, right?
Western expats.
Right, girl expats in Bangkok. There you go. All girl expats in Bangkok. And I literally just posted in there and was like, hey, does anyone want to work out together? And the feedback was so amazing. I created a group. I was like, here, this is the group. Join me now, right? And overnight, there was 500 people in the group. And I was the only one who was like, hey, I'm up on the schedule, 10 a.m. every day. Pressure was on, right? I was like, okay, this is kind of overwhelming right now. I don't know what to do. And more people started reaching out. Like the first girl who reached out was a yoga instructor. She said, Christiana, you're so inspiring. Can I also like offer my yoga services? And then more and more people reached out. I tried to find more people to bring onto the schedule, and it basically evolved into a whole program which would run. We had like 5 sessions or so per day, 3 in the morning, 2 in the evening or whatever. And it was absolutely amazing. So all we wanted to do with the group basically is to spread positivity and to reach out to people, to help out people. Because most of the girls, I made a poll, or like when they join a group, they need to answer questions, right? And the main question I asked was, what are you struggling with currently? And a lot of the girls said that they were struggling with anxiety, with depression, with fear of isolation. So the main goal of our group is basically to spread positivity and to invite everyone who needs help. We're there to help. Because right now we have therapists, we have life coaches in the group who are there. You can talk to them, they are real people.
I see that you, other than just the Facebook group, like you also have a website to generate leads as well. So like if it's all right, I would just wanted to ask like specifically, like what service do you use to create that stuff?
So basically, I made a website to generate leads, especially for the festival, because I wanted to know how many active members do we actually have? How many people are ready to sign up, give their email address in exchange, and to participate in the festival? Because we had a lot of members in the group itself, but the thing is, not everyone goes through the website, right? Because people invite other people. So we were growing, but the email list was not growing the same way, if that makes sense. The technology I used was ClickFunnels.
So it's a website which generate a lead generation landing page, basically. I think like we haven't mentioned about the festival yet, so can you talk a little bit about that?
The festival, it's absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so because, people who get super motivated, like the ones in the beginning who were like, yes, I want to work out with you. I want to work on my nutrition. I want to get super fit. That obviously goes down. Like after week 3, week 4, people lose motivation. And that's really, really normal. That's super normal. So we were thinking, okay, what can we do to increase the engagement again? I was like, let's do a festival. Let's get as many people in as possible. And let's make just like a really colorful schedule with a lot of people joining, because that's going to be super fun and attract more people. What we did within basically 10 days we had, because we wanted to get it within the lockdown period. We didn't know at that time it would get prolonged by a month now, unfortunately. But within that 10 days period, we were able to gather we have 57 speakers, instructors, coaches, which is absolutely amazing, and over 60 sessions on that schedule within 7 days.
Right, and the festival is called?
It's called the Virtual Wellness Festival.
The Virtual Wellness Festival. And the dates are?
The dates are the 23rd to the 30th. So the last day is on Thursday, basically.
Okay, so probably when the podcast is airing, people might have missed it.
That's okay, but the website is up with the schedule. You can always watch back the videos. That's not a problem at all.
Okay, perfect. That is great. I would like to jump back on the technology side a little bit. So like Jack, for the base, well, when people sign up, they have to go into the website to sign up, right? Can you share a little bit about the technology side of this, like how you get this to happen?
Yeah, there's quite a few layers, I guess. We use an industry standard software called MindBody, and then our app that we use to, or our members use to book sessions is like kind of white labeled, housed under MindBody. So it looks like a base app. But we pay a monthly fee to that provider. They're struggling a lot now, as is any fitness-related business, because they serve most of the studios around the world, which are now closed. So yeah, we use MindBody. That is a very comprehensive, thorough service that really pretty much holds the business together. So we can't take payments actually in Thailand. It's just a service that is not available in Southeast Asia through MindBody. But it basically organizes the whole business. So we can book classes through there. We can book personal training sessions. We can run sales reports, stock levels. We can monitor through there for F&B, merchandise, stuff like that. So it's pretty standard stuff. It's called MindBody. Pretty much any studio owner would know of that. And then we've developed our own technology called Baseline. That's something that we've developed, or we've worked with developers to make from scratch. It's actually the same team that did our branding and our website. They're based in Bristol in the UK, where I'm from. And they've helped us to develop a platform whereby you go through the group class and you track your results for cardio, for strength. We then collect those results and you can log into your profile online and see exactly how much you've improved. So how much your cardio is improving, your strength. We've also linked that into body composition as well. So it's kind of performance metrics and body composition metrics, so muscle mass and body fat. But it's really for all levels. It's not like a competition to see who's the strongest and who's the fastest. It's so that anyone that comes to base can see exactly how much they're improving. And that's proven to be very popular amongst our members. I think it's important when you're training to know how much you're improving. I think it serves as, it's very motivating for people to see that their training is helping them. And then there is kind of a competitive element if you want to take part in that as well. So we have leaderboards around the studio. So during the classes, your scores go up on the leaderboard. Then we have best male, best female, best scores of the day. So if you are competitive, you can also choose to join in with that as well. So some people like competitive element. Some people like just seeing how much they've improved.
Cool. Let's do a little mental experiment. Imagine that tomorrow when you wake up, the base is gone, quarantine trap is gone, and you would have to build everything up from scratch. How would you do it? And would you do anything differently?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things that just pop up on a regular basis that you kind of learn. You develop a lot as you go through the journey of building up one studio. And then when you open two, there's a lot to learn. And when we went from 2 to 3 studios, holes emerged in the business. And I definitely learned a lot then as well. So it's kind of hard to pin down. There's just been so many things. When we started Base, I really felt super ready. I felt like the best person to be doing it. But now when I look back at that time 4 years ago, I didn't really know that much. And I feel more equipped now to do what I'm doing. But I would hope that in 3 or 4 years, I look back to this point and think, wow, you didn't really know that much. So you just kind of realize that it's a constant journey of learning. You're kind of always progressing. And I think if you lose that mindset, then you're kind of in trouble, really, especially with the ambitions that we have to continue growing. You know, as it stands, I'm not the person to be running 10 locations or 20 locations. So I need to build myself up to make sure I am that person when we get to that stage. If I had to pinpoint a few things, one is that in the first 6 months, we didn't really focus enough on sales. We didn't have enough good quality sales staff. We decided to do our marketing in-house, which is actually proven to be great now because we have a strong team internally and we've learned so much about how to sell and how to market. But the first 6 months were very difficult for us because we didn't really put a lot of focus there. And I think I underestimated just how important it is to have good sales staff that really believe in the product, that are comfortable talking about the product and comfortable approaching clients or potential clients to talk enthusiastically about the product. So that was a learning curve for us. But once we got some good sales staff in, things picked up pretty quickly. So that was a big one for me. The other one, I think I would have started working on standard operating procedures at an earlier stage. So we've been kind of catching up with that, especially when you get to multiple locations. Everything really needs to be written down in a very clear step-by-step process, exactly how you do everything. So that would be how you open the branch at the beginning of the day, how you welcome customers when they come through the door, how you answer the phone. Really everything to do with the business is completely broken down. And we didn't do a great job of that at the beginning. So we've been kind of catching up, and we're trying to get to a stage now where we have standard operating procedures that would be great or would work for 5 locations, 10 locations or more, even though we have 3 locations. So I think going back, I would have just done that from day one and made sure that every single thing that we did was written down and listed in a very easy to follow manual. And I think that would have made that process from 1 to 2 to 3 branches easier and would have set us up a little bit better. So when I reflect on that now, I just want to make sure that we're making big, strong steps to getting up to scratch on that, which we have been doing. And, one of the positive things that is coming from this is that we've all got a bit more time on our hands to work on these things. So that is one of the things that we're working on during this time, is just trying to get ahead of ourselves in terms of SOP, standard operating procedures, and other little things in the business as well, such as renovations, repainting, all that kind of stuff. So one of the few silver linings to the situation.
Well, that's pretty good and pretty deep insights from you. Okay. So, you touch about the mobile application in the fitness industry a little bit. I just wanted to ask for both of your foresights, as in, what do you think the future of fitness industry will look like, as every industry are basically being disrupted? How do you see, if things will be different from the future?
It's, how is the fitness industry going to change? It's something I've discussed at length on the podcast. I've interviewed other people to get their thoughts on it as well. For sure, there is going to be a shift towards digital fitness. At the moment, that's pretty much the only option that you have, is to train online. Gyms are pretty much closed throughout the world. So I think the big question for the fitness industry is what's going to happen when gyms reopen. Now, some are predicting a massive shift towards digital, i.e. people will just stay at home doing online workouts or using apps. I don't quite think that's going to happen. I think it's got people more used to using apps and Zoom sessions. So I think there will be a percentage of people that quite enjoyed it and will continue to do that. I think there will be a lot of people now that if they can't make it to the gym, they'll be quite okay working out at home. But I think overall people will know that you can't recreate the in-gym experience at home. It's just not going to be the same, especially in a busy city like Bangkok, where condos are quite small, apartments are quite small. It's quite difficult to really get a great workout in. You can get a good workout, you can have fun, you can still connect with people, online, and you can still get a good experience, but it doesn't quite recreate what you get when you go to the gym, I think. So I think there'll be some people that stick with digital, there'll be some people that do it more often, but I think there's a lot of people that will really look forward to going back to the gym. Now, what I do think will happen is that poorer quality gyms will really suffer, because some people will try training at home and say, well, actually, it's not really that much worse, or it's perhaps even better than the classes that I've been doing at my gym. So I'm just going to stay and continue doing this. But I think if gyms really double down on creating an amazing in-person experience that just cannot be recreated online, people will be very keen to come back. So I think during shifts like this, people have their eyes open to other offerings online. And that just means that the in-person experience really has to be bang on. So I think in the next 6 to 12 months, you will see around the world some of the poorer quality offerings, some of the poorer quality gyms will close for that reason, because people will be thinking, well, I tried a different gym's online offering, or I tried Freeletics app, and actually it was just as good as the workout I get in the gym. So for us at Base, what we will focus on is just making sure that when you come to Base, it's just not something that can be recreated in a 40 square meter condo. So that's one of the shifts that will happen. I think, there's other things such as cleanliness, which I think will be incredibly important. I think we don't do that particularly well as an industry, I would say. Things like that, making sure that all the equipment's clean and everything else. So I think that's something that we're going to have to see. And I think we'll just have a situation where if gyms are not doing that and they're not focusing on things that are now very important to people, again, they'll just be pushed out of the market.
I completely agree that more people are gonna be open to actually apps and staying at home and working out at home, because what I saw, I myself included, that I never considered working out at home to be a thing for me, because working out at home doesn't really give me that feeling that when I'm actually at a gym, because in my opinion, I get a good workout in when I've got weights. And right now I'm working out on pure body weight, which was really, really frustrating in the beginning. But I think it opened up eyes of a lot of more people that working out at home can be actually like a good substitute on days when you don't have as much time. It also basically eradicates all those excuses. Oh, I don't have any equipment. I'm at home. I don't have time. It makes it much more accessible in their minds as well. And just be open to try something new out. Also, what I saw, there's so much more offered to dancing, different fitness kind of styles, boxing. Like there are a lot of personal trainers or like dance instructors, yogis who are going online now and offering their unique classes. So you see something like salsa dancing. We have on our platform salsa solo dancing, which I was like, what is that? What do you mean? You can dance salsa alone? It's like, yeah, it's a good workout. So things like that where you didn't think that actually exists, you know?
How do you see Quarantine Tribe in the future? Like, what do you think it will become?
So basically what it's evolving to be, if we continue growing our members, it's gonna be a platform with an audience. Imagine there is a YouTube channel with, I don't know, a girl. She has 500,000 followers on YouTube. She goes to an instructor and say, hey, do you wanna sell your workout on my platform? Of course, the instructor is going to go for that because what is the number one problem that most instructors have that want to go online? They don't have an audience. So that's basically what we're going to provide. We are creating a platform with an audience for instructors to come, show what they can do, promote their sessions, and basically drive traffic to their programs, whatever that might be. Maybe some yogis want to join, some fitness instructors. Yeah, that's basically what it's going to be.
Let's bring out some positivity in this time and situation. So it would be great if you can share some good perspective, some gratitude for everyone now.
Positives that can come out of this, I think one is we've all got more time than we've ever had before, so we can really focus on all those little projects that we've been putting to one side. It's a real opportunity, I think, to really make sure you carry on progressing. I think it's easy, as Christiana said at the beginning, to just binge eat and watch Netflix. We all have our moments from time to time. So I think it's important to spend this time positively and to, really develop yourself, start a podcast, start writing a book, start working on that business idea, do something like what Christiana's done and set up this Facebook group, which will provide opportunities beyond what's going on now. So I think it's an unrivaled opportunity. I think if you ever said to yourself, oh, I'm not doing this because I don't have time, I'm not writing a book because I don't have time, well, now you really get to see if that's the reason that you're not doing it. Same really for keeping fit. There's a lot of good options now that have been created in the last few months to stay fit, strong, healthy. So, if you find yourself saying that now, it's more from lack of discipline, really. So I think it's a real opportunity to take that time to do something positive and to make sure that you come out of the other side of this stronger. I think from a business perspective, it's been a good opportunity for us to really show our team and our members that we're still going to be there for them during tough times. We're still going to support them. We're still going to look after them. And I think we have really made sure that we've done that. That really has been our number one priority. And I think that sets us up when we come out of this the other side to have a much stronger company. So I think, it's a difficult time for everyone. Of course, it's a difficult time financially for any business that has been forced to close. But I think if you go into it with the right mindset, which is serve your team, serve your clients, make sure that they're all okay, whichever industry you're in, then you truly can come out the other side stronger.
Yeah, self-development was probably like the biggest thing in the past 7 weeks. Definitely, like the learning curve was really, really steep, very much sped up. A lot of errors, a lot of trials, but also a lot of solutions. So I'm really, really grateful for that actually. And business-wise, it's going to be super, super fun. I'm so excited for this whole project because I can already see which directions it can go and how much it can actually grow in the next few weeks, in the next few months. And I'm super excited for this.
Nice. All right. Would you share some kind last words for our listeners?
Sure. This is a tough time for everyone. As I said, it's an opportunity as well. We need to really see it as that. I think the most important two things in my mind are staying fit, staying healthy, and then staying connected with others. And that's what we're working on at Base to make sure that we can do that. That's what Christiana's working on with the Quarantine Tribe. And I think those are really the most important things right now. So focus on those two things for the next however long it may be. And I think we can all come out of this stronger.
Yep. Christiana.
For all the women out there, it's all about damage control. If you fall into this deep trap of binge eating and drinking wine every night, as I did, I'm not doing it currently, but as I did, if you fall into that trap, just remember, it's all about damage control. Do it, but work out and try to include good foods as well. Reach out to someone if you're struggling with something. If you cannot be positive right now because of circumstances, because of your family members, if they're abroad, you're worried, you're scared of the future, maybe you're even anxious. Talk to someone. There's so many people right now, they are reaching out with therapists, life coaches. A lot of people give free sessions now and just try to reach out and help people, and you don't need to be alone, basically.
It's awesome and pretty deep since we got the perspective from two different stages in business. Jack, who is very rapidly scaling his 4 years old established business, and Christiana, who just started less than 10 weeks ago from scratch. I picked up a lot of key points from our adaptive talents, which I found very interesting. First of all, it's 4 episodes in, so you could probably see the trend that services need to move online when offline is not an option. As a trainer or a fitness gym, there are various services you could still provide, whether it's a one-on-one training, a group training similar to what Quarantine Tribe is doing through the Facebook group, or even creating the platform like PAGEEE, which essentially provides an all-around service. There are definitely ways to monetize these virtual experiences. Take PAGEEE as an example. The sessions on their platform are not free, but people are paying for the professionality, the personalization, and the personality of the trainers that the experience from the generic free videos and mobile apps doesn't compare. And now that there are no more geographical constraints because everything is online, you open new doors to lots and lots of new clients. Your clients could be working out from anywhere on earth. For the existing clients, do continue looking after them even if you don't meet in person anymore. They are the reason you exist. They came to you to stay fit, so keep it that way. And for business owners, look after your staff or your team. They are the touch point to your clients. So be ready for when things springs back. For those who are looking to start something new, and this is not only for the fitness industry, do leverage the existing communities that you already are a part of. Build from their feedback, like how Quarantine Tribe started from a single Facebook post in an existing community. Also, what I picked up here is there is no reason to start big on day one. You don't need to create a huge platform from scratch. A Facebook group is sufficient to get started. Regarding the future of the fitness industry, now that people are exposed to the possibility and convenience of virtual fitness, it definitely will be an option that people go to instead of an actual gym. But again, the experience will definitely not be comparable. So it's the matter of providing a great in-person experience that it outweighs the convenience of the virtual experience. So yeah, that's for the gym. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And now if we would like to find you, Christiana, and Jack, where can we find you, Christiana?
You can find me in the Quarantine Tribe on Facebook. So literally type in Quarantine Tribe. We are currently running, as said, the Virtual Wellness Festival, which is going to end on Thursday, but the schedule will be up. And afterwards, the platform will be still running, maybe not as extensive as it is right now, but we will still be keeping our fitness, our yoga, and probably some life coaching session, mindset, and meditation. So yeah, join us. It's going to be fun.
All right. And where can people find you, Jack?
So you can find Base at Base Bangkok. That's pretty much everywhere. .com, Instagram, Facebook. Fitness Business Asia, you can just search for anywhere and it will pop up, or fitnessbusinessasia.com. And people can reach out to me personally, Jack at Base Bangkok. Happy to hear from anyone that wants to connect.
All right. So all links will be in the show notes. And if anyone has any suggestion, a heads up to who you would like on our show, or just wanted to say hi, you can come and do so on Adaptivity's Facebook fan page. Link will be in the show notes as well. As of today, it was a pleasure to have both of you sharing your experience and insights on the show. Thank you so much, Jack and Christiana, for today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Vince.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode. Stay fit.